Alrighty. Race 3 coming up as we concluded Race 2, Amateur Supersport Open. Race 3 coming up, Amateur Supersport Middleweight. This race is brought to you by Ride HVMC, the sponsor of the race.
And this one here has been a really exciting race as well that we saw yesterday. And so looking forward to seeing what these boys can do going into the Sunday race.
As the riders come around for their morning sight lap, getting those tires warmed up, getting those leathers stretched out, and getting those seats nice and cozy for the next race up ahead here.
Yep, and the overall standings so far going into the third round of the season, we have Tyler Crozier in first at 150 with 150 points. Michael Pisani is second with 112. John Peskin is in third in the standings with 80 points. So that's what we have right there. So again, one of the things we're going to want to see is, does Tyler Crozier just get out there and make a run for it? And you see him right there on the 915 right there.
That's a little animated guy, isn't he?
Again, these are amateurs, so they're learning their craft as they're coming around. Let's see how the start goes for these gentlemen.
Deep was messing me off the track, I think, here. As he comes around the side straightaway.
Okay, looks like I saw his leg come out right there. That means probably red flag, maybe. Look, yep, hands up. Looks like there's a red flag on the track. When you got a red flag, that means don't stop on the track, but they're going to pull you off the track because something's happened off track, which is creating some sort of risk. Danger to the riders. Maybe somebody's gone off and you want to make sure you can get that rider off who's gone off the track, get them off safely as quickly as possible. So what's going to happen here is they're going to bring these riders back into the grid and get them off the track so the proper folks that are going to oversee the safety and transport of the fallen rider. Just want to tear each other out. But before the race starts and then after the race starts, they're just hanging out and, congratulating one another, telling each other stories about, hey, I saw you do this out there. That was awesome, right? And so, again, just great camaraderie that we see out here in the paddock on a month in, month out basis, which is great.
Absolutely. It's a brotherhood and sisterhood out here with all these racers and riders alike.
Yep, and now they're out for the warm-up lap. So they'll get a chance to rescope the track, make sure that nothing's changed. Again, they're concerned if, bike went down, making sure that there's, proper grip on the track, that no fluids were left undone. As a rider, those are things that you're always thinking about in the back of your mind. Hey, I just want to make sure as I'm going on this lap, make sure everything looks the same way it did before.
Make sure there's no dirt or rocks that are there that weren't there before.
Yep, things get kicked up by the riders as they go off track.
Good opportunity for the riders to get their tires warmed back up.
Yep, and right through that shot right there, you see some of those cones out there. Again, there's going to be 4 cones and 3 cones, 2 cones and 1 cone. And that's to help the racers figure out, okay, where are my braking markers? Where am I going to be slowing down? How quickly is that corner coming up on me? Nice shot again of these turns, turn 11, 12 right here. Dropping into the slide again, dropping down about close to 2 stories. And then nice banking here on the hole here as they go through. Shot right here. You again see the mountains out in the distance, the valley before you. Beautiful, beautiful out here.
As they come down to start straight to get gridded up for the race start here for race 3, amateur SuperSport Middleweight.
And again, you have, in this case, we have a little bit of a shakeup. I think, since they completed a lap, rather than being gridded as they were before, now they're gridded in the positions that they were in. And so in this case, we have Crozier gridded up in first, Jay Bedke gridded in second, Thomas Higa in third, Marco Larios in fourth, Enrique Prado in fifth, and they're about to take off. Getting those revs up, and they're off.
Smooth start from everybody as they go into the first corner, shuffling around, trying to make quick work of these early laps to get into the proper position they want to be in.
Tipping into turn 1, everybody making it through the turn 1 safely.
Diving into the right-hand corner for 6 and 7 as he comes to the side straightaway. Hidka coming up behind him, getting the power down to the ground on his outside. Oh, gets a little bit unstable. Oh, runs off the track.
There we go. Just
Not
ran
able
out
to
of
hold
room.
that line.